Hey everyone, welcome back to the Disney nuiMOs DIY channel. Today we're going to be learning how to make cute little hair bows for our friends, family, companions, whatever you call them. So as you can see, I've got different kinds here. This is the same, they're all made from the same pattern. This one is fleece, so it's kind of a fun thick one. This one's just like a cotton, and this one's also cotton, but this one I have stuffed a little bit, so it's just giving you the option of what you want to do. Here we go. Here's Daisy wearing one of the bows. Isn't it adorable? Matches her skirt. I thought it was such a cute fabric when I made my own skirt out of it that they needed one. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm also going to be working on a bow that I haven't made before, but I know how to do. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that one. So let's get started. Let's stay over here, Daisy. Move our bows. So what you're going to need, of course, is our pattern. It's on the same one as our pants and our tight skirt and our elastic skirt dimensions. So you can find this pattern for free at disneynuimosdiy.blogspot.com. Right click it, save it as an image, and then make sure to print it as an image right from your photo viewer and fit it to get on the page. So that way you have just the right size. See? This is my pattern, that's that pattern. It should work just fine. So, since we have been working on an outfit, this one that Belle has been wearing in the past videos, I'm going to make a skirt with the normal bow out of this one. And then I figured maybe we can try the other bow out of this one. Let's see how it goes. So you're going to need your pattern, fabrics of choice, and of course I'm doing my cotton, pins, needle, thread. Actually, you'll need a needle and thread along with a sewing machine if you want to. This part you can kind of see right there. If you don't want that to be shown, then you'll have to like hand sew that part closed. Let's see what else. Probably one of these, because you never know. Tight corners, right? And you'll see that I'm not reaching for the fray check on this one. I feel like I really don't need it on this one because all of the edges are going to be hidden or sewn in place. So you're not going to see them. They're not going to create a mess. So just be careful as you're working with the fabric, all right? So let's go ahead and cut. As you can see on our pattern, it says that we need to cut 2 of these, and then we're going to have to cut a strip. That's 1 inch by 3 inches. So we'll go ahead and do this one first, since we already have our pattern. And you know me by now. Let's do this efficiently, right? Let's fold this over. Make sure it's the direction that I want. And if it's just right there, and that'll get me my 2 pieces. So I'm gonna pin this down and cut it up, or cut it out. cut our middle piece. Doesn't need to be super precise. I'm going to cut it a little large. Like, I know the pattern says 1 inch, but I'm gonna go a little bit larger to 1 1/4. That's gonna be cute. Little cherries all over. So let's go ahead and cut out the other bow that I'm thinking of doing too. And something I realized I forgot that we need, right? Elastic. It's kind of important. You can do black, white, whatever, right? Just as long as it is 8 inches in length. Let's cut the one. I'll use the other one. There we are. 2 perfect pieces. This elastic is the 1/4 inch thick. I've accidentally bought the, was it the 5/8 inch? No, not 5/8 inch. Like the, oh yeah, 3/8 inch elastic. And it works just fine. This one lays down a little smoother. Okay, let's cut out our other bow. So I'm thinking we're of course going to need that probably 1.25 inches, maybe 4 inches, just, you know, in case we mess up or something needs adjusting. Okay, so with this one, I believe I'm going to do, because if my bow is about 2 inches by 3 inches, or maybe 3.25, we're going to keep our rectangle still 2 in the width, but, or maybe, yeah, we're going to keep it 2 in the width. And then we're going to go, I think, 6.5 in length. Sorry guys, I keep up pulling supplies that I didn't think or say that you needed, right? So let's cut this. So here. Yeah, that should be a good size for our bow. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece like this one. So there's the middle piece for the green bow, for our different kind of rectangular bow. So now what we're going to do to sew this is I'm going to start with these middle pieces first. So with this one, you're going to have to fold the two sides towards the middle, like that, and then fold the half on that, and then you're going to sew all along this open edge right there, and that'll make your middle part, and that'll prepare us for the rest of the bow. Okay, we have our centers all sewn up on the side. I guess I technically did it that way, but I'll want to show this way. So those are all ready and prepared, so we can set those aside along with our elastics. We won't need those to the end. So now to sew these ones, we're going to have to make our right sides touch like this. I'm going to do that with this one too. And we're going to do basically the same thing. It's just different shape, right? This one is probably easier than this one, so it's probably a good thing I'm showing this one as well. So what you're going to do is that you're going to sew all the way around except for this portion, because you're going to have to flip it inside out. So we're going to do the same thing here with the square though, or the rectangle. Just this little portion, keep open. So let me get this set on the machine so you can see how small of the hem or the seam is going to be. Okay, I got my bow on here. As you can see, I've got this edge of the bow. Pin it if you have to, of course, but this is me being lazy, or, you know, pins sometimes get in my way. So edge will go right to the hole here, like on most of our seams. So I'm going to keep my foot down, or the needle down, so that I can raise the foot when I need to adjust, because there's no way you're going to make like this really tight turn over here without adjusting. And then also when you're doing this rectangle one, you'll have to keep your foot down so you can turn to do the next edge. Okay, now I've got my two pieces, or my two bows ready. What I need to do here, is particularly on this one, this edge is folded up. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that edge that was folded, right? And then I'm going to have to trim these corners for when I turn it right side out, in order for the points of the bow to be more prominent. So we'll trim this. Throw these away. So there we go. We got this open area here and an open area here. I got a little closer here, but that'll be all right. That might be a little flat up there, but I think that'll be okay. So at this point, if you want to, you could probably trim like here or here, but it's gonna get pinched anyway, so it's all right. So let's go ahead and turn these right side out. Use something to help get it out if you have to. So there's that one. Yeah, maybe if I did little snips on the seam allowance on the inside, it will allow the curves to be more prominent. So that's up to you. Let's go ahead and turn this one right side out. There's that one. I think even on this one, if you wanted to, you could get some of that like stiff interfacing to put inside of here, so when you pinch it down, but I think it'll be all right now. But yeah, and of course you can always iron these down. That might really help make like the curves more prominent, or you know, just make it look more crisp, but it's up to you. So now what I'm going to do, we've got these little openings. Going to either take my machine, or I'm going to do like an invisible ladder stitch. It's really up to you, depending on the look and feel you want. As you can see on Daisy's bow, you can see it here. For me, it was just more about efficiency at the point, because I was trying to get a bunch of them done at the same time. So you can take your time doing these and closing it if you want by hand. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in the machine again. Okay, those bottoms are all sewn up. I forgot to mention that if you want to stuff your bows before you do this, that would be the time. That's if you want this kind of look. I was testing it out to see if I like it. Part of me does and a part of me doesn't, because you miss like the cute little folded dents that are inside of the bow. So you do what you ever want to do and what you feel like makes your bows look cuter, right? So at this point, we're going to no longer need our sewing machine. We are going to need, as I find a thin enough needle. This one's been used a few times. This one actually has green on it, so maybe instead of using this white, I can use this green for the green bow. So what I'm going to do is get a knot in here. There we go. I'm going to grab our elastic, and we're only going to fold over like 1/4 of an inch. It's like my favorite thing, right? Everything's tiny, it's got to be 1/4 of an inch. So what we're going to do is sew down. This needle has been used a few times, if you can tell, like a little X on here on this back side, just to make sure that it's down. You could probably do this in a sewing machine, but this is more control. And you'll have to use the needle for this next part anyway, right? So you want to take your middle part and find which side you like. I like this part where the stitches actually look like stitches versus that side, right? So I'm going to put the part I don't like the look of up like this, and then I'm going to sew that onto my rubber band here. Can only get really like about 3 stitches on here. Looks like I might need my, what you call it, the thumb things. Oh, thimbles. That's it. Go. You think I would know, right? Tinkerbell. And then Wendy's like, hey, here's a kiss, right? I might need that just to help me push the needle through. Now that we've got that through, going to take this piece, I'm going to fold it kind of in half and fold it again. Now, if you want to, see, that makes a cute little bow. You can go ahead and not try and pull it all the way down in there yet, right? Let's see here. Let's do the back end here, right in the middle. With a little bit of wiggle room in that, just in case for placement. So let's tack this down a couple times. Okay, let's see. It's pretty good. So now I'm going to wrap this around as I pinch this down. I like to wrap these ones a couple times, I think. I think it just gives the center some more volume to it. The one Daisy has is just one. So I think this is better. Okay, so here we go. I need to move this thread back here. So as we can see, actually 3 inches is a little bit long. So I'm going to trim like a 1/2 inch here. Yep. And then I'm going to fold ever so slightly under for like a hem. Pinch it as close as I can to my bow there, right? And I might need to, let's see, start that right there. Yes, okay. So now I'm going to whip stitch this on to its base, onto itself. Okay, so that's all knotted up. So now what I'm going to do is put this through here to hide the end. Make sure, there we go. And then I'm going to snip it as close as I can. There we go. There's one type of bow. Oh, I didn't get that over all the way, did I? To cover. Hard to focus when you got a camera. Alright, so that's one kind of bow. So now I'm going to do basically the same thing with the other bow. And here we are. Both of the bows are complete. I decided to go ahead and put one on Daisy just so you can see what it looks like. Like that. It's kind of hard to see a little bit with Belle's bangs in the way, but that little peak that matches her cherry skirt is adorable. And then Daisy's bow. In some respects, I almost like the look of this bow better than this one. And it's entirely easier to keep happy. You don't have to worry about that curve, but that's okay. But that's how you make cute little hair bows for your nuiMOs. Super easy, right? So this, I hope it was easy enough for you to understand and to see everything, to see how it goes. Please share your creations with me either on the blog, which is disneynuimosdiy.blogspot.com, or go ahead and share me and tag with me on Instagram, disneynuimosdiy. I hope I get to see some of your cute little creations. I hope it made sense. Next, what I'm going to do, because those are fairly basic, doing a t-shirt, doing the pants, and doing some bows. I think the next one I'm probably going to do is a dress or the overalls. I haven't decided yet, so it'll be a nice surprise for you guys. But I hope you had fun watching. Just make sure to share with us. I hope you have fun crafting. Thanks for watching.